Hey folks, it's Chris Wahl. Do you want to programmatically use the results of your Terraform plans for other downstream programs or even parent modules that are calling the code? I'm going to show you how to do that with the output command in today's video. Let's get coding. So what I've done so far is I've taken the monthly budget code that I wrote in another video earlier, and I've tacked on two random entities to the name of the budget. So first we have this random pet name. It just picks a random couple words, and that's the pet that we're going to call this, and a 2-digit integer because I have a random integer between 10 and 99, and it's going to add that to the name of the budget. So the situation here is I don't really know what the name is going to be. I might want to use the information from the name elsewhere, such as a dependent piece of code or a parent module that's calling this code. So let's do that work. Outputs don't really require that much work. I'm going to make a new file called output.tf. Just for cleanliness, I like to store all my outputs in one file. And I'm going to paste two objects here. The first one is called budget name, and it's drawing from the monthly budget.name information. So it's going to grab the name that gets created with this random pet and integer value. The second thing is the budget limit amount, and I'm grabbing the limit amount value, but I'm also marking it as sensitive, just so you can see how it's masked from the console and kind of how that works. So this is telling Terraform what outputs I want, and then it's up to me what I do with those outputs. They can just be thrown in the console or something else can use them. Outputs don't exist until we apply the code. They don't work with plan and other things like that. So I'm going to go ahead and apply this code just so that these new outputs are created as part of the plan. There it is. And I love that it's Super Hermit 35. I love the random names that come sometimes. So you can see here there's two changes to the output where we're creating both outputs because they didn't exist. And the sensitive value for the budget limit amount is shown as sensitive value. It's masked from the console to avoid leaking that information. But don't worry, it's just $100. It doesn't matter here. So I'm going to say yes, that's fine. Awesome. So we have outputs defined. Now it's time to use them. The command to see the outputs is Terraform Output, and I'm going to use the JSON flag just so you can see the difference between what's normally shown from the console and what comes back when you're asking for a structured data layout. And there we go. There's the two outputs plus all the information, including the fact that one of them, the budget limit amount, is sensitive. So it's telling you it's sensitive, but it's not going to block it because now we're working with the data itself and not just displaying it to the console. If I wanted to save this data, I could set it equal to a variable, and on my system, I'm going to convert from JSON, just so that we don't get the JSON format kind of raw. And if I do an R again, we can see there's all the information. It's structured. I'm able to work with the key value pairs. Because everything's stored in a variable, I could use it in like this example, writing the output saying, hey, monthly budget Super Hermit 35 is the name of the budget. And that's perhaps some downstream program that needs the name of the budget because it's doing some sort of reporting or tagging or something like that. Here's one last bonus tip. Now, the output information is also stored in the state file, and that doesn't matter if it's local or remote. You're going to be able to find the outputs there at the top with both of the values of the outputs. So again, don't think the sensitivity flag is really doing anything from a security perspective. It's more just keeping it away from the console. And if you really needed to, you could go to the state file to see the value of those outputs. There we go. Outputs. Not that hard, right? If you have an idea for the next video or questions around Terraform, I'd love it if you'd go down in the comment section below. Let me know what's on your mind, and happy terraforming.